Howdy guys, Gaming, and I don't want to do any of these kind of videos, but I still think that I need to put my 2 cents in something this magnitude. For those who don't know, Wargaming EU put out a long time ago a file, which you guys are going to see right up now. Basically what it says is that anytime that we, YouTube creators and Twitch streamers or any other contributors who put out videos like me, an average Joe, or even up to community contributors, whatever they put out, they really can't touch. It's their own criticism and something like that, which is good. You know, you need to have somebody with criticism on something like when you're trying to say, hey, I don't like this. Like, for example, warships. Let's say the Turbits. When they readjusted the secondaries, they said, didn't really, my personal thought was they really didn't need to, but you know what, now it's an added bonus, and basically made it a Bismarck type ship, but with instead of a hydroacoustic, you had torpedoes. Plain and simple. That's all it is. I just basically gave it criticism, so I can say that. And it's constructive. So, you know, what am I going to know? However, this new incident just happened. I'm trying to bring up the read now. It says here. It says in a quote, and this is from community contributors a long time ago from the Wargaming staff, and it said right here. An update for everyone. Happy to get content from YouTube's monitoring system. A license is no longer required. In a case of your experience and any issues with your videos, copyrights, YouTube via Managed Network, please contact the community for the following information. You name all this stuff. But basically, a license is no longer required for anyone creating content featuring any of their games. So it's always been good like that. However, there was an incident, I would say about a couple days ago, where one of our community contributors in EU, Sir Fosh, who did a video on a tank. I don't play World of Tanks because I played it and I am terrible at it. So I'm not going to play a game that I know I'm not good at, and I know there's some, it's got some saltiness in there, so I don't want to get involved in that. So if somebody's saying, why didn't you play it? Because you're a Wargaming player, why you don't play it? Because I'm bad at it. I don't play World of Tanks. If I knew how to play it, I'd be playing it, but I can't play that game for the life of me. So I'll stick with the warships, and I know that well, so I'll stick with that. But he said a very extreme review, harsh review, very short video on the Crusader. Was it Crusader Mark V? I believe it was. Bear with me, everyone. I'm still trying to do this at bright early in the morning. It's currently 9:30 here, so oy. And I gotta get up very soon. But he did a very harsh case, and his either A, Wargaming said either A, take it down, or we're putting a strike on your YouTube channel. And putting strikes on YouTube is devastating for YouTubers. That's basically saying either A, you do it, or with the gun to your head and going, either do it, or I'm going to have to penalize you. So it's almost like taking rent money out of your mouth. So just to be safe, he understood and took it away. And of course, everybody went ballistic about that. It was like, what the hell's going on? Wargaming then came back, EU itself, and said, you know what, it was a little harsh on our end to threaten him with a strike. We probably could have said, just take it down. We don't feel that it's safe and too harsh and stuff like that. I mean, even Sir Frost basically didn't want to take it down because they said take it down because it's too harsh. But when they threatened him, then he had to take it down. So they could have just told him take it down, or you know, we're gonna have to remove some stuff. Maybe I'm not in their shoes and stuff like that. Maybe there was a little mix up with their policies and stuff like that with chain of command. However, the recent issue with NA came out about, I think, a few hours ago, like about almost 24 hours ago, I'm probably talking about, made everything go ballistic. Now let's throw up the slide. We are more willing to give members of our community second chances, but the level of toxicity and our offensive language is unacceptable. Well, that makes sense, but whatever. But let's see what they're talking about. We regret having to take such measures in Sir Fosh's case. Wait a minute, NA. You don't have any policies with them. They're EU. So I understand that you think that it's toxic and stuff like that and stream issues with them, but you have really no say with him. Stick with NA here, but okay. But we also don't consider those measures to be censorship because we aren't trying to silence Sir Foster's opinion. Well, then that's his opinion, but don't, it is what it is. But again, I'm just going to read. We are simply seeking to curb the extreme profanity language in our members of our community contributor program. He wasn't giving anything with he maybe did several slur words and stuff like that and things like that, but he really didn't do anything negative like that. Sir Fosh's latest claim that we are somehow prohibiting him from making future videos involving our games is completely false. You told him either A, take down his videos, or you're giving him a strike. So what are you talking about here? He is more than welcome to making more game related videos. Well, he just said that. If he continues to include, if those videos continue to include hate speech or homophobic slurs, we will take the necessary and appropriate action. Okay. That last sentence is basically the death call. And this is where a lot of people had an issue. He did do a hate speech. We admit that. But he did not say any homophobic slurs. And when that was written by Wargaming NA, they said, wait a second, hold on a second. You give me reasons why this is a homophobic slur, and here's the video, prove it to us. And there was none of that in that video, so there was no reason for it to ever write that in this sentence. But basically, it's like putting gasoline on a problem that was already fixed, and it's like said, no, we're good, we're sorry. And then they came back with, if he does something like this again, we might take action. Which sent just a chain of dominoes to fall. Which sent 2 community contributors in the EU to say, you know what? We're not liking the looks of this. Bye-bye. They both left the community contributors program in EU. Just like that. Within one day, they lost 2 contributors. That quick. Now, I'm sure Wargaming, EU, and NA, and all that stuff's different. And I understand that there's different sections of a company. That makes sense. However, and this is where I got my point across, there should have been a chain of uniform command between all sections. That way they had their policy straight. Because what they just wrote here basically said that if, for example, if I said a video in NA about a ship, what is the chances that I might not be given the same credit or the same good relations compared to EU or even the Asian servers? What can stop me from myself or even a community contributor throwing their 2 cents in without getting a penalty? So this is where this whole mixing pot of terror just came from. Now, I'm not going to bash down the door on this. Personally, I think it was a big mix-up, and they probably should have had a clear communication between all lines before they spoke. But somebody wanted to jump on their gun and wanted to say something right off the bat and said that they were going to take action on a YouTuber or a community contributor, basically, on their own thoughts. I don't like that. Personally, that's nothing I personally like. If you're making a video that is constructive criticism against something that's out there, you should be given the right to do that. But unfortunately, Wargaming shut themselves in the foot and allowed not a chain of command perfectly to rectify a situation like this. And when one side doesn't understand what's going on the other side, and they don't have a communication uniform all around, mix-ups like this happen. And I think that NA really caused a negative ripple here. Is it going to affect me, though? No. God, no. God, for God's sakes, I'm a small little YouTuber and stuff like that. I'm a petty person, stuff like that, to do videos. I know people who got bigger videos and better channels than me, as you get better money. Especially with the guys I hang with. But that does not make me no different in that aspect. They could see a video I did, and they could put copyright and threaten my own job as well. A person that I do have a job, so I do have a second way to get out of this. But to threaten even anyone with a strike is really a living terror. In most cases, if you go to court against them with that, it always goes to the publisher. They get the victory, not us. Even if we were completely right, most cases it goes to the publisher, the guys who make the game. So my thought right now is I just wanted to get that out, that, you know, what my 2 cents are on this, because personally I had to. It's a living terror what has transpired in just within 24 hours. Now, is it going to really threaten me? No. I don't think it will. But my concern always is not just to me, but everybody else who wants to throw their 2 cents in and ships. Or any of the Wargaming franchises, from World of Tanks, World of Warships, World of Warplanes. Even though nobody talks about planes. And right there, again, I just put some criticism there, and that's going to make me feel threatened that I might have getting a copyright infringement on that. But I still think that that's, quote, to me, constructive criticism. Maybe what they should have done is gotten a little more better chain command to figure out what the heck they should do their announcements. But unfortunately, we got to this. I can go around this in circles, and we'll be rambling on, but I already think I said enough I need to say. So I'm going to keep creating videos. I'm going to keep doing funny things. Is it going to stop me from doing Wargaming stuff? God, no. But is it going to make a lot of community contributors a little afraid to do videos? God, yes! So, just be careful, everyone out there. I can't... Basically what it's saying now is you can't defend yourself. You can't be defended for saying something, even if EU says is okay or NA says is okay. One of the two or any of the other divisions, even the Russian server, can now penalize you. Just because they said that they thought it was not right. So, we'll see what happens with this. Probably keep an eye on Twitter, guys. I said what I need to say for my 2 cents on this. But, personally, I think Wargaming did a big doo-doo mistake. Not getting the appropriate communication across the whole boards. So, we'll see what happens. I know the forums has been nothing but a giant fireball going on right now. So, if you guys really want to see a nightmare, go look at the forums for Wargaming. It's a nightmare over there. So, we'll see what happens. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. But as always, I hope you guys enjoy. As always, take care of yourselves.